So for those of you guys who have not seen the last video, we started an F81 M3 project. Pretty much this entire build series is fully documented on YouTube on converting an F31 into an F81 M3 from literally the ground up, from interior to drivetrain to body to literally everything. In the last couple of videos, we did get the entire drivetrain fully assembled, fully serviced, and inside of the F81. It's crazy to say it's officially an F81 M3. We also ended up sourcing a lot of other parts that's needed for this project. I ended up getting my boy Nick that flew over from Denver in the last video, and you guys were able to see him actually starting the coding process and actually started doing all the wiring, because honestly a project like this will never be complete without the proper wiring needed to get everything to work properly. I'm able to fully assemble everything, but if it wasn't for my boy Nick, guys, literally the car will not be as far as it is today. Today's video is getting it to run and drive. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video with the F81. We're finally going to be getting this thing started and hopefully out of the shop. I haven't heard this thing start up just yet, but we're almost there. Nick literally just finished up all the wiring, so he finished actually getting all the wiring over here situated. We're getting the brakes bled right now. Looks like we actually have a slight leak there. Hopefully that doesn't affect the connections. Oh dear God. We'll sort that out in a little bit, probably soon. But anyways, other than that, we're going to be fully assembling this engine bay, putting in all the coolant stuff, which is pretty much just the expansion tank, bolt on the headlights, get some wheels on this car, and get a full interior that you guys are going to absolutely love in the inside of this F81. I'm officially going to be able to say it's an F81 because the full drivetrain is F80, so that's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys the last couple of things that we're buttoning up before getting it outside, taking a few pictures, and getting the whole interior in this car, hopefully drive it. So just like that, guys, we got the heat shielding down there. We got our brackets. We're about to slap that on with our exhaust system. But let me show you guys something that's pretty sick. So right over here, guys, is the wheels that we got from another M4. These are considered the M Performance wheels. They literally say M Performance right over here, which look pretty dope. One of them were damaged with one tire that was damaged, but the rest of them were good 2024 Michelin tires with some CS wheels. Technically, these are CSs, but if you get them on a regular M, they're considered M Performance, I think. Let me know down below if I'm saying that wrong, but anywho's, we got some CS wheels technically from the factory, and I actually ordered the fourth wheel. It's already here. I'm just waiting on the Michelin tire so it can match the set. So in the meantime, I have this ugly, not ugly, but regular M wheel Michelin tire. We can get the car running and driving today. That is the goal, and I did get the rest of the hardware and bolts to get the exhaust bolted up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the wheels in the shop and get all those bolts and get that exhaust mocked up. I know getting these brackets and getting this exhaust up here by myself is going to be a pain in my butt. So I'm going to go and show you guys with the magic vanity and the luxury of being at home and not here right now. This bad boy instantly installed. So guys, we literally got everything assembled on this car. So guys, check this out over here. The braces are officially on there on both sides. The whole exhaust is on there. And because of our donor, thanks to our donor, we were able to get all the brackets we needed. Even the shielding was apparently different, so we transferred that over. It was only 3 bolts. Exhaust is mounted up. Literally everything is connected. Let's go ahead and see if this bad boy will turn over. We got the brakes bled. Shout out to Erlon for that. We also got coolant in the system. We are pretty much bleeding everything right now, and we're gonna finally start this up for the first time. I can barely breathe because we're trying to rush and do everything real quick and get this thing started. Fingers crossed. Literally all the wiring is connected now. If this doesn't start, I don't know what we need to do to get this thing to start. So anyways, can't wait. I'll show you guys here in a second. Just have to do a few more things on the computer. Nick is the legend. I'll keep you guys posted. Nick is officially gonna be starting this thing. So I guess, oh, should we actually put the caps on? Better safe than sorry. All right, bro. Moment of truth.
Well, you gotta do the key fiddle right. Very anticlimactic.
Well, it may not start.
There's no lights, no nothing.
Yeah, the negative's on there, positive's on there. All right, guys, we're gonna put the jumper on here. Car completely died while, you know, running the water pump and the bleeding and all that stuff. So let's see if the car will start up with a proper jump. Okay, here we go. Heard some sounds. That is one good engine, guys. Hold up.
This is fuel. Yeah, it is fuel.
All right, guys. So the car did start up, but unfortunately, we saw a little bit of gas spill out. So let's go ahead and figure out what we didn't tie in exactly, and then we'll go ahead and crank it up again. But it sounded really, really, really good.
So what you guys didn't see is the engine actually started rocking back and forth, which actually really scared all of us. We didn't know what was going on exactly. It kind of sounded like a knocking noise, but it sounded like it was knocking against something with the chassis. Turned out to be the transmission not completely mounted properly, so that was fine. But we also were trying to figure out why we have a fuel leak. It was kind of leaking from a few different places after even tightening it, but thankfully, after kind of running the car for some time, it looks like everything did kind of fix itself. And then also at the same time, the smoking issue is not that big of a concern, because for those of you guys who have never replaced a valve cover, when you replace a valve cover, it is normal to actually have a little bit of smoke. It's just the excess oil just kind of burning off.
All right, guys, so far it's running. We're testing brake pressure, and in a little bit here, as long as this thing stops smoking and we don't have any more fuel leaks, we're gonna probably put the wheels on the car, slap the interior in the car, and drive it out of here. We got this engine from a wrecked car, so we weren't able to actually start it. So seeing this thing start for the first time, it's pretty sick, especially after considering how much maintenance we did to it.
So let's just stick to the positive side right now. The car is running, which was a huge plus. We did run into a few hiccups, but that is to be expected when doing a custom project like this. So we went ahead, started putting on the wheels on the car, started checking everything over and over and over to make sure if this car is actually safe to drive, even front and back, because we don't want to mess up anything and cause a catastrophic engine failure. But thankfully, so far so good. We did prime the engine. The car is running. It sounds healthy. So let's just go ahead, get this thing on the ground, and hopefully actually drive it.
We are right now, what is it, 7:30 right now?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock our time. We called Evan. It is 11 o'clock his time. Shout out to him for picking up the phone. I know I would be asleep right now. This car is pretty much ready to pretty much get out of the shop and, you know, just finally get our thumbnail, see if the car actually runs and drives. So yeah, again, huge special shout out to Evan. Hopefully the only thing it needs is for it to be coded. And then once the transmission is coded to the KeyCast DME so that the actual computers can recognize the new transmission, theoretically we can drive it around and actually do our further testings on the car. For those of you guys who need anything BMW related in terms of coding, programming, or even, again, transmission swaps, and you guys need coding for that, make sure to reach out for Evan. His information is going to be linked down below.
Guys, I'm just taking a second to admire it. This thing looks absolutely insane, and I'm just super happy that even after that scare, things are looking good.
I need to be your IT person and hook up all your shops with blazing fast internet, so we're not doing this shit.
We need to get this to the other shop, guys. We have no Wi-Fi here. He's literally trying to get better connection right now. Alright guys, shout out to Evan. He's one of the few people that I know that can actually he's the only person I know that can actually code this thing, the new transmission to the car. So let's go ahead and see, will it drive forward? We are running out of sunlight. You ready, Nate?
Alright, allegedly.
Allegedly, we're having a problem with the key. Started right on up. We're going to drive. And we're rolling. And just like that, guys, we have the F81 M3. I can finally officially say we have an F81 M3 because at this point, guys, it is a running and driving F80 M3. Huge shout out to Nick, bro, because honestly, if it wasn't for him, guys, I could put a drivetrain in this car, but it will definitely not run and drive, and I cannot believe it's out here right now. We have the full Secura Red competition, extended leather, sunshade, front heated, rear heated, full package interior. We're throwing it into this beast. It's gonna be so sick. So without further ado, guys, it is what, like 9 o'clock right now? Yeah, like 9 o'clock, guys. So yeah, we're not gonna go ahead and conclude the day just yet. We wanna slap this entire interior in there. So wish us luck. I think it's gonna be a late night tonight, but we are super excited. So guys, we drove the car back in here because we actually can, which is super crazy. And we're getting the interior together as well. This car has extended leather, the sunshade package, which is super dope. We got the rear seat bench. This seat bench actually is heated, and the car already came equipped with heated rear seats. So that buttoned up really nicely. Got this door panel, got the dashboard, finishing up this whole side of the dashboard right now. Cannot wait to see all the accessories, the carbon trim, all that stuff go on the car. Guys, this thing's gonna look absolutely insane. And we're also going to be swapping out the seat belts because we have F80 competition. I don't know if you guys can see the stripes right there. Competition OEM seatbelt. So might as well we have the seats out to actually swap those over, which is super sick. So like I said, guys, zero expense spared on this car. It is a fully loaded with a bunch of M Performance and OEM parts and even OE parts like that key fob. Me and Nick are honestly stupid tired right now, but we still want to finish a little bit more. We want to get both seats in the car, seatbelts in the car, and I think that's pretty much a stopping point. As soon as we get both seatbelts and both seats in the car, we can test out the seat lights because Nick also wired those in as well. Again, huge special shout out to Nick. This car would definitely not be where it's at today, or even honestly built, if it wasn't for him. So shout out for him coming out. He's literally dedicating an entire week to this car. And you guys saw in the last video that I literally left him here for like a couple days, for like 10, 12 hours, which I kind of feel bad about, but he had to stay here to get the work done. This shop literally has no AC, no heater, no water, no bathroom, no nothing. So the dude was struggling, but he made this dream come into a reality. So huge shout out to him. Without further ado, guys, let me go ahead and button this up so we can get this interior together. Look at that bad boy. Look at that competition seat belt. So guys, this is the next day of actually working on this car. So you guys saw yesterday we stayed super late night. Honestly, we didn't get any filming done because we were working outside. But again, shout out to Evan. Can't thank him enough. He honestly came in super clutch on this car. Again, I don't even know how this car would be driving if it wasn't for him. But if you guys check out the interior, Nick has been going to work. You guys see the interior in this car. We got the extended leather dashboard in the car. We got the steering wheel. We got the cluster, it looks like. I mean, this thing's gonna be pretty much assembled here pretty quickly. Shifters and everything are going in. Seats are in. We do need to replace the driver's seat buckle. That one is blown, but not a big deal. Rear seats are in. We just don't have the rear section. We got to figure out how to retrofit that. Again, rear door panels in. Long story short, guys, this thing is actually coming together pretty quickly. Put on the stock F30 wheels on this car, mainly because these CS ones are rubbing really bad, and it's kind of like it's marking up the tire. We don't want to damage these tires. Very expensive tires. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and follow Nick. He's gonna be driving the F8. Actually, can I drive the F81? Or you want to drive it?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, I'm gonna drive the F81. I'm gonna have him follow me in the Tesla, and I want to drive this thing for the first time to the other shop and see how it drives. To see if all this work was. I mean, we can't judge the car too soon, but I just want to drive the car. Let's go ahead and hop in, drive it to the shop. Nick's gonna do a lot of coding to the shop. It actually has Wi-Fi over there, and I'm actually gonna continue to build this thing because we have a lot of parts at the other shop. Anyways, no more talking. Let's go ahead and get you guys a startup and take it to the other shop. Right there, guys. That is not an N20. This thing sounds insane. It is completely stock right now. We are missing intakes and a bunch of other stuff, but so far so good, guys. Also, earlier, Erlan swapped out the valve cover on this thing. It was making a really weird noise, and we already swapped out the valve cover originally, but it turns out the one we swapped it out with had a bad PCV, so it's making a really weird suction noise. Long story short, Erlan came through this morning, swapped out the valve cover. We are good to go on that. All right, let's go ahead and take it on his first test drive over to the other shop. Thankfully, it's literally 2 minutes away, so hopefully we're not gonna run into any issues. Guys, first time in the driver's seat. Look at that M3 cluster. You know what's crazy is my E91 M3 also has 121,000 miles. Both these builds have the exact same mileage, which is pretty crazy. Look at that beautiful extended leather. Oh my God, this thing is so sick. Plus, guys, we got every option you could think of. I think it's only missing one other option, even heads up. Oh my God. Okay, let's put it in drive. Let's drive this thing out. Okay, we're gonna drop the e-brake. See if it rolls forward. Okay, and we're going. We're going. I cannot believe we're literally driving this car. Last week, guys, this thing was on bricks. Sheesh. I wish I could zoom out more. This is crazy. Surprisingly, the alignment's not that bad. I didn't even do any alignments on this car, but I'm sure if I hit the freeway, it'd be absolutely crazy, which we're not doing, but not bad, not bad. The new wagon, baby! Where's the rest of the boys at?
That's crazy.
Brother! And no posters just yet, but check this thing out, guys. Sheesh! E91 M3 M3, F81 M3. This thing is crazy. Guys, check out the interior. Look at the interior in this thing. We'll get it later here in a little bit. We're gonna do some coding. I'm gonna assemble more stuff in the front end, but check out that interior, bro. Oh, man. Oh my God. So right now, guys, we're about to pull around to the back, get a little more coating done on the car. We actually have another F82 in the back to be helping us assemble this whole engine bay. So me and Nick are about to go ham right now on this thing, which is pretty crazy, but I just can't believe it's driving right now. Bro, this thing's gonna be fully assembled here in a few hours.
What the frick?
Isn't that crazy?
This is insane, bro. It's crazy. Do a little burn out, a little burn?
Oh, heck no, bro. We got so much more work we got to do first. So last night, guys, we were a little bit rushing to get this interior together. So we actually have to remove the center console to put this thing back in. Once we actually put this thing back in, I can actually fully assemble the center console and it looks so freaking good. So let's go ahead, remove the center console, remove everything here again, and then reassemble it to its completion, which we haven't got to see so far. Guys, we got carbon on carbon on carbon. The nice thing here at Natty Auto Parts, guys, we actually had an M Performance shifter, but you guys can see the wear and tear on this one. We had a better one in stock, so I went ahead and swapped that over. So that is super sick. So we got carbon right here, carbon right here, carbon right here, and this bad boy is just more carbon. Let's go ahead and put this on right now. Peasy lemon breezy. I mean, at this point, I want to put the rest of the stuff together, but Nick still needs to do a few more wirings over here for retrofitting a newer version of the MBT system. I forgot what it's called exactly. I'll show you guys the interface once we actually get installed. But Nick really likes to make things fully loaded. So this car, as you guys can see, with every option over here that's actually functioning, from 360 cam to EDC to steering assist to everything here is working. You even got this wired in as well. All these were originally on this wagon, and this wagon came with heated steering originally, and so now it has heated steering, which is super sick. So yeah, this thing is really coming together. So guys, this is the next morning. We pretty much went home a little bit earlier yesterday, around 8 p.m. instead of 10 or 11. And that's because, honestly, guys, a week of working on this car nonstop definitely gets you burnt out, but the amount of progress you made was absolutely insane. Currently, Nick is actually going on a flight today, leaving around 4 p.m. So he's actually still trying to knock out a few more things before he leaves. And that is our LCI taillights. The outer ones just need to get repinned, but the ones for the hatch need some special wiring, some pinouts, a new connector, a bunch of stuff. Long story short, he knows I can't do it, so he's over here trying to knock it out, so shout out to him. But anywho, he's about to get that stuff done, and hopefully all of our taillights will work. And then our mission in the next month probably is to get this thing fully converted and probably fly him back out here to kind of do the finishing touches and get all the electronics to finally work perfectly. But the way the car sits right now, guys, it is a running and driving F81 M3, and we just need to get it fully assembled. That is honestly super good news. And this car just a week ago was on 4 brakes, would not start, would not drive, 0 signs of life. It's insane how far it's come, especially now with the full interior. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, bro, I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching this video has been wanting to see this car come together. Appreciates you, so we're gonna, this is from the team.
Oh shit.
But all right, guys, while Nick actually works on the trunk stuff, again, I would show you guys what he's doing, but it's just more wiring, guys. We got, where's those 2 connectors? You know where they're at? I'm gonna show the connectors for those of you guys who are wondering what we bought. So yeah, that's the part number right there for those of you guys who are wondering which clips these are. But yeah, we got these 2 blue clips. They're gonna be swapping these out. There's gonna be some new wiring being added. There's actually a retrofit online that you guys can purchase. We just ended up going with the factory clips, and like I said, Nick's gonna rewire it. Again, if you guys don't want to do this full conversion you guys yourselves, or you guys don't want to do LCI taillights, you think this is a little bit out of your element, such as myself, make sure to reach out to Evan. His information is gonna be linked down below. He can help you guys build an F31 M3. It is not the cheapest thing in the world, but obviously an F81 M3 is a super rare car, and it's something that is definitely sick to have. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and start reassembling some more engine bay stuff while he works on that, because we don't have too much more time before he's on his flight. So guys, after installing a bunch of the metal that's in this engine bay, thankfully a lot of things line up, but also a lot of things are going to need to be fabricated. So as you guys can see over here on this brace, there is 2 strut holes that are not drilled out, but will match up with the F80 shocks. Thankfully, the F80 shocks do match up with the F31s. Even the guide pins, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right over here, it matches up. So honestly, it's not a big deal. Again, you can run and drive the car like this perfectly fine, but if you want to honestly get the 2 extra screws right there, you just need to drill that through, take out the shock, drill that through, and then reinstall the screws. Those are the easy ones. Now, this one right here is supposed to have a screw that goes in here. Unfortunately, it's just hollow. So you probably need to rivet something over there. These line up, these bolt in, that bolts in, but this is supposed to mount to the chassis. On the F80s, there's an actual stud coming out. So yeah, we need to actually weld something there, or again, rivet something to actually hold this down so it serves its purpose. But other than that, this mounts up over here, and mounts up over there, mounts over there. The carbon strut brace now can mount as well. And if you guys look over here, the expansion tank is finally mounted onto this brace, which is one of the most important things, which is why I actually have this right here, because this thing is a really tight fit, and I don't want the heat to mess this up, or the heat from this to mess anything else around that. So now it's looking absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead and put on the brace on the other side, and honestly, guys, we can start test fitting the carbon brace, which would be absolutely insane. And just like that, guys, the carbon strut brace is installed on the car, not moving. I can literally shake this entire car with this bad boy on. So we got this mounted. These bolts actually all mounted up as well. So we had to obviously install this to install the carbon strut brace, but we also had to install this because the thread is on the bottom in order to screw these, or at least these 2 in, but you probably need this for the carbon strut brace. So long story short, this is needed to bolt the carbon strut brace all the way. But long story short, that we still need to figure out a way for that. This is not that big of a deal, but primarily that. Right over here, this bolt is a little loose. I think this thing is stripped, unfortunately. So we will have to swap out that expansion tank later. Not a big deal. For now, it works. This side right here, again, everything's the same way. Everything's hooked up. Shout out to Nick for the EDC sensors. These things looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, guys, just like that, this engine bay is pretty much complete. I just need to route, what's it called? Hood latch cables. We need to mount these headlights once we figure out what's going on with them exactly. We're having a little bit of issues with the headlights because we are retrofitting it onto the F30 wiring. And then honestly, the 2 cowl pieces, the hood, and this engine bay is done. Obviously, we need to put on fenders and fender lines and whatnot, but this engine bay technically is fully complete. And we were able to knock this out in 1 weekend. Shout out to my boy, because I honestly can't believe this car's been sitting in the other shop for 8 months, guys. And it's looking like that. That's the second wagon we built now, and this one looks even better, to be honest, than the F65. The F65, I mean, you have to love that in a completely different way, but I have a feeling I'm gonna love this in a more luxurious way, because that interior is just insane. I mean, guys, just take a look at that competition red extended leather. This thing's just absolutely stunning. So I think Nick already finished buttoning up the whole trunk area. Almost done, actually. This whole section's done. He pre-wired. He actually ended up wiring the LCI taillights. And I mean, it's looking good, bro. Good stuff, good stuff. Appreciate you. Okay. So inners not lining up yet. Maybe they don't normally. Okay. So yeah, they're all working right now. Yeah, brakes work. Reverse lights work. Turn signals. Working. Yes, sir. They all work. God bless. Even reverse lights work, guys, which I thought was gonna be the hardest thing, but honestly, it looks insane. Ooh, this thing has soft close?
This is soft close because of the power tailgate.
Ah, nice, nice, nice. You guys saw that? Power tailgate. E91 M3 doesn't have that. I don't even know if can you retrofit that on E91? Probably a little too much work for that, huh?
You'd basically probably take an F31 system and probably drill into the body. I mean, you probably could.
But it's not worth it.
It's probably not.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that is a super nice feature. We got the buttons up here as well. I think this unlocks the doors.
So when I have this on my X1, so let's say the car's unlocked, all the doors are closed, you're grabbing stuff out of the boot. You just press this to lock the car, door close, lock it, and then you do it. Normally it should lock. I think that might be one of those little things because right now the FM's coded as an M3.
Yeah, there are some things like this button right now is not working as well. Nick got everything to work on the E91 M3. This is eventually going to work. It just needs a lot more programming and more wire. Potentially, probably just coding, right?
Just coding.
Yeah. And then everything's going to work. But at least that right now, the trunk opening and closing, just super sick. I love that. Is done. Taillights are done. Guys, Nick, check out this engine bay, bro. Look how gorgeous this thing is. Fully bolted up carbon strut brace.
Damn.
So the only thing, unfortunately, underneath this screw, the where it mounts is stripped. So we'll have to replace the expansion tank. I put a different size bolt just to hold it in there.
Oh, it's stripped.
Where it goes into, yeah, it's like corroded. It's like coolant kind of mess up the whole hole, if that makes sense.
Well, good thing the M4 parts car has a beautiful expansion.
So we'll probably end up swapping that. I do have to dump the coolant, unfortunately, to do that. But yeah, anyways, right now it's looking phenomenal. At this point, I don't know if I'm dropping off Nick right now at the airport. We're gonna do a little bit more coding, but I'll get back to you guys when we figure that out. As of right now, guys, amazing progress. Cut back to you guys in a second. So guys, we're at the end of the video. I'm not currently at the shop to show you guys the F81 M3, but we made insane progress in this 1 week alone with my boy Nick. Shout out to him, guys. He's been telling me to come out for months now, but honestly, guys, I was a little skeptical on how fast we can actually knock out this car. So when he said we can knock it out in a week, I didn't really believe him, so I kept on pushing it off further and further and further. And honestly, guys, this dude's an absolute legend. We literally got this thing running and driving in literally a few days. Now at this point, he's just perfecting the car, and hopefully the upcoming videos on this build is gonna be getting this thing ready for Beamer Invasion, which is pretty much only 1 month away. I'm not sure if the next video is gonna be a McLaren update, because we did get an update on the McLaren. I wanna get a little more information, potentially even the keys in our hands before giving you guys the final results of what's going on with that car exactly. So the McLaren update is gonna be here pretty soon. If not that one, if there's still a delay going on with that, then I'll get you guys an F81 M3 update, hopefully getting some more parts on that car together. And for those of you guys who are local to Sacramento area or even California in general, we're having a car meet at Natty Auto Parts. We're gonna be showcasing both wagons, some supercars, and a bunch of good vibes with a bunch of good people. Make sure to come out August 3rd at Natty Auto Parts. It's gonna be super fun, and I'm gonna show you guys a few things on that wagon before we actually get it onto the videos. If those of you guys want a little bit of a sneak peek to see both wagons in person, make sure to come through. Without further ado, guys, gonna have to conclude the video. I love you guys so much. Remember to stay humble. See y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with